Fucking hell. Sketchy vibes off Jamali looking like this.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're on the chat. Hello, man. How you doing? We're live. We're live currently.
Right. Oh, what's up?
Yeah. How's it going, man? You all right?
Why did you text me the link? I told you email me, so now I'm using my iPhone.
Shit. Sorry, man.
Same.
Fucking hell, man.
Sorry, but I'm sorry.
Together, man.
I apologize. If you turn it sideways, man, that would be beautiful. It's still a good camera. That's all right.
See, how you now making demands when you fucked up? Hey, what's up, Danny?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm fucking lockdown, innit? Oh, what's up, Damo?
Yeah,
Hey,
Damo.
Jamali.
We're just trying to get Damo
forever.
inside because it's windy as fuck where he is.
You can't contain Damo.
We have very much found
Don't
this.
try it, bruv. I remember. I look like I'm in heaven, but look, I remember.
Yeah, it does look.
Oh, man.
I died to come back to tell you, man. Yeah. What's been going on? Sorry, I just jumped in late to the
No,
conversation.
don't worry,
What's
man.
up?
We've literally just started. We started late because
We've just been listening to what the wind sounds like round Ireland. It sounds cool, man.
yeah. That's been most of it so far. It's just been like,
Oh yeah. Where you live in
Winds.
Dublin? Damo?
Yeah,
You live in Dublin, yeah? Oh,
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, cool.
There we go. Damo's inside, everyone. We're off now. Everyone's on the chat. We're cooking. Right.
Wake his kid up.
I'm gonna wed. He's wearing headphones. It's fine. Like I'm gonna start now. I'm gonna edit this video and it'll look slick as fuck. Like, coming right in. But yeah, Jamali, where are you at the moment, man? Where you locked down?
Man, I'm in London.
Yeah, bad place to
I'm
be
in
right
London.
now, man.
Really?
I
It's
think
fine.
so.
Nah, it's fine. It's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, like nowhere's great right now, but like right next to me, there's like a really beautiful bit of like wooded park area. I can go walk around.
For
and, like...
in terms of like being segregated and going out for your hour a day, it's not good.
Yeah, and also like I have like we have multiple rooms in my house. Like like we have like
Fucking Rob showing up.
Yeah, I'm
I
about to
know,
say
man.
fucking bragging.
yeah, because I live in a
Don't you live in
terraced
a-
house in
Wow.
the north. Like it's like I've just moved from the south. I was living in like a 2-room tiny fucking basement flat in Brighton, and I'm so glad we moved when we did because like we've got like there's like rooms we can be in, me and my missus, but not in the same room all the time. It's all right.
Yeah,
Are you with your missus, are you?
I am. Yeah. We've lived together for a while, man.
All right.
Yeah, like it's dead nice. Like my lockdown is actually pretty fucking sweet as far as they go. Like can't really grumble. Like I've just been sat here chatting to people on this, innit? Like
Smoking your bong like a bad man.
yes, man. Well, it is a special day today. It's a celebration. to be honest, I have been every day. Like it's just that's what I've been doing in lockdown. Like I don't do anything else now. I don't drink. I don't smoke anything else. Like I don't do anything except smoke weed. So that's my one thing.
But you were telling me when I was in Amsterdam, you were telling me you're only smoking weed now.
Yeah, man.
good
Well,
for you, man.
yeah, thanks, man. 'Cause I used to do just everything too much. So, like,
What smack?
No, I only did.
Why are you giving it the massive one?
I only did smack once.
Crack.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I never did crack. I didn't do the lifestyle drugs, but everything else. No, that's a lifestyle drug. There's 3 lifestyle drugs.
Have you smoked spice?
Yeah, I have smoked spice. Like, it's not fucking enjoyable, man. I wouldn't recommend
You know what,
it.
though?
It's
You look like
scary.
you smoke spice.
Yeah, if Rob was like, yeah, I smoke weed and spice. I'd be like,
Yeah.
you got to top up that weed suit sometimes.
Yeah,
a little
this
bit
is
of
it, man.
spice,
Like, I've had a
innit?
hard
Add
day.
that seasoning, bro. Add that spice in that, bro.
Yeah, I'll be out in Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester wandering around with the rest of them.
Yo, they love spice in Piccadilly Gardens, innit?
It's crazy, man. Like, it's just
Bro,
like
they
a
love it,
zombie
man.
film. I haven't been. I might go into town, and go have a look at what Piccadilly Gardens is like now, because it's going to be
Mate,
the
it's
Wild
mad.
West.
I saw mad spice heads up in Chinatown, up in Manchester.
Yeah, man. They're
Around
just,
Chinatown,
they're just all over Manchester because like Chinatown and Piccadilly Gardens is
Well, backs up in it. Yeah,
back onto each other. They roam.
It's the only seasoning Rob has.
That's it, man. Yeah, that's the working class white man's fucking seasoning, isn't it? Damo,
Yeah,
you're a fan of spice?
I just go straight into the 5 spice. Straight in. I don't even know what spice is. What is that?
So it's like it was originally invented to be like a synthetic weed, like went to be like a legal version of weed. That's what they were trying to make, but what they accidentally made was like a stronger, more addictive heroin.
and more illegal.
Well, yeah, now
No, it was legal for ages.
It was legal
wasn't
for
it?
ages. You could just buy it in corner
years.
shops. It was like it was crazy. It was like yeah, but it was better when it was legal because they sold it. They sold but it was like
You're such a drug hipster.
No.
Like,
it was safer.
Spice, mate. It was better.
It's way stronger now.
Before it went mainstream, yeah.
No, it wasn't. No, I phrased it the wrong way around. It's not. It wasn't as bad because
I saw Spice at Barfly before they went big, man.
I saw them on the fucking new band stage, mate.
Yeah, the demos were well better.
Were you not following them on MySpace? Yeah, fucking don't really like the late work. But it was like because it used to be sold like as a tobacco-y sort of substance, but then when it went illegal, they just started selling the liquid, and people just could put as much as they wanted.
Yeah, the spray.
Yeah. So like now it's like way stronger, way worse. Just like people,
spray, like just
you spray it onto,
freshener.
but they put it into like spray it on tobacco and then smoke that.
Yeah.
But like it's crazy
that's
shit.
That's
never accept a random joint in Manchester is what I learned.
Oh, did you? Is that how you did?
Yeah.
Is that how you got?
I got with that one, man.
got
like Smokey and Friday with the angel dust.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. I totally got. I didn't know that lesson. Like, I was
End
always
up in Debo's pigeon coop.
Man, I never learned that lesson. I would accept random things off random people all the time for a long time. Like, just someone would hand me a powder, I'd be like, okay. And like that's not a good way to go.
I think I met you. I think when I met you, you was at the tail end.
Yeah, I was in like tail spin. I think is the correct.
Well, no,
term.
I think it was like the tail end or tail spin when I met you up in. I met you. I met you in Salford on the locks.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at him now with his black currant.
Yeah, I know. Extra bedrooms in his house and that. Look at all the hats behind you.
Yeah.
And they're all the same hat. That's how you know you got too much money.
Yeah.
Every time he kills a spice addict, he steals their hat.
Yeah, man. Like spice addicts in Manchester got some swag, mate. I'm having it.
They're scalps, them spice scalps.
Got a little shrunken head inside.
They're listening.
Yeah, that siren, that siren could be from any of us. That could be in any one of our cities.
That's my one.
Not in Chester.
Yeah.
Are you in Chester now? Damn.
Yeah, I've always been in Chester.
Yeah, he's never left.
I went to your crib when you lived there with Adam Rowe and that.
Yeah, when he lived in that crap den.
Yeah, bruv, you had like an 8-bedroom house.
Yeah, it was massive.
Yeah, welcome to the north.
It was it was dirty though.
I think I'm gonna move out of London, man. I think I'm gonna come back Manchester, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna come back up.
Damo, fuck off Ireland. Like, leave that family. Come over here, man.
Yeah, come up north.
Yeah.
It's better up north though.
It is, man, definitely. Like, how long have you been in Dublin for, Damo?
15 years altogether, I'd say. But then about 3 since I left London 3 years ago. So I was living there. I was living in Ireland for a while, and then London for 5 years, then back here.
Right. Okay.
So I was good at Shabu, exactly. It's typical. I didn't even know that's where all the Aussies congregated.
Oh, really?
And then people would ask, and they go, it just by chance, because we moved there because my missus got a job in London. We were like, brilliant, because I'm back and forth there all the time anyway. So it was the closest we could afford to where she worked. And then when everyone was asking, well, where do you live in London? I said, Shepherd's Bush. We were like, I knew you'd be in Shepherd's Bush. I was like, what? I didn't know they were being like...
Did you get a part-time job in a walkabout, mate?
Yeah, and I should have guessed because there was a walkabout across the park from where we're at.
That's basically the Australian Job Centre in London, isn't it?
Yeah, you just go in there and you know everyone. You're like, oh yeah, rooted Bastion, POC running.
I'll tell you what, man. Like Australian slang is the least sexy thing in the fucking world. Like
it's atrocious,
mate.
Brute.
I once like the least sexy dirty talk I've ever heard in my life was from an Australian who said like, when you get back to yours, I'm gonna suck your dick. And it was...
That's not slang.
No, not slang. Just the accent.
That was words.
That is just words.
That's just a request. Or
mate, awful.
How did that... Terrible. Yeah, it's not the best.
No,
I've been trying to get the Irish accent, just haven't got it yet.
No, you haven't got it at all.
No, there's too many to choose from. There's so many different Irish accents. There's so many of them. I talk about that a lot in my set and how I can't do a single one of it. But you can try. But then I'll just always get back to the track. Have you got any friends that their accent comes out, their older accent comes out when they're drunk anyway?
I don't have friends really.
Yeah, yeah.
Flying solo.
Mate, I honestly, since I've been doing comedy, I haven't got many of. I don't see my old friends. Like all my friends now are comedians.
Yeah, or like
it's weird.
Like a lot of them, yeah. Like I still see a lot of like old mates when I can, but it's not that often anymore.
No, I can't do it. I gradually just get jibbed out. Like every wedding I miss or stag do and that, I just get like jibbed out of another WhatsApp group.
Yeah, it's like it's totally true. Like people just stop sort of asking you to come to shit eventually.
Yeah. They can only ask you so many times before they're like, "Nah, Danny will be busy, mate. Danny will be rocking jonglers tonight."
Yeah.
Oh man, someone else was talking about bringing jonglers back again, like the other week.
Oh yeah, I saw that post.
Like, let it die. He's been dead for so long, and like the comedy circuit is better for not having that fucking stain limping on. Let it die.
It's not going to be the same as well. It's like S Club now, isn't it?
It's just three of them.
Yeah.
Just Tina and Bradley. it's not what people want, man.
They still mime to 7-part harmonies, They still play the track with all of them, and there's two of them stood there miming, and like they were playing at a festival I was at, and like, my mate wanted to go see them, but I couldn't handle it on a come down. I thought it'd be too depressing.
How much? How do they make money now?
They do bingo halls.
Yeah. Like,
seriously, is that how they make money?
Yeah. So 5. They've all teamed up. So
So they'll do like a day of 90s pop.
It's like a nostalgia tip.
Yeah, they go to like Butlins.
How much do you think they get a gig though?
A couple of bags, I reckon.
You think so? Right,
yeah. But it's how many there are. I suppose though, if you think there's a Mecca bingo in every city, it's like if you get on a Mecca circuit.
Yeah, you're making money.
You're doing all right.
The Mecca circuit. 22. 2 little ducks.
Mate, I'd fucking kill to play it.
Dave! No, it's
kill
literally
to play
5.
a fucking bingo all right now.
They just walk out.
Yeah.
5. Is it 5?
There's not 5 of them now. I think there's 3.
Yeah, like you can't be in
I think
5.
It's Ab, Scott, and Jay.
Oh, do they with the T? Do they have the number 3 instead?
Put it in the E, surely. If you're gonna put a 3 in.
Yeah, put one of the 3s.
Yeah.
So it's not S Club anymore. Just be the S Twins.
No, it's yeah. Can it be a club if there's only 2 people in it?
It can't be a club with 2 people.
Can you be a gang even? 2?
No, you can be a duo.
A
The S duo.
No,
I don't even know if you can be a group.
Yeah,
Are you a group?
Like, are Pete Rock and CL Smooth a rap group?
I don't know, because people say that Outkast are a group.
Yeah, they do. But like, they've got a name for the whole group. It's not 2 people's names. Are Ant and Decker group?
Oh, I see.
They're a duo.
They're a duo. But if they were called the Ant and Decks, but there's only 2 of them, is that a group?
The Decadance.
Oh,
more fire in the place.
You got to have a banner to be a group.
You got to have a logo.
You have a logo and shit.
Yeah.
Good shout.
You have to have a patch.
How many members of Wu-Tang would you accept before you've said you've seen Wu-Tang? How many would it take?
I saw Wu-Tang at festival.
I was at the same gig.
And it was like fucking Reservoir Dogs with just Mr. Brown and Mr. Blue.
Yeah.
Like,
I was there, man. I was at the same festival, wasn't I?
None of the big dogs were there. God was the biggest.
Yeah.
I saw them. I saw them at Lovebox. I actually interviewed them, and it was so bad that we couldn't put out the podcast.
What?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah. Because basically RZA just spoke about RZA kept on wouldn't answer no questions. So I was meant to interview all of them. The only one I weren't there was Method Man and Old Dirty Bastard for obvious reasons. And then I was meant I was meant to interview all of them, and then only RZA, Ghostface, and Master Killer would do it. And they sat down and they wouldn't answer no questions. Then RZA spoke about God for about about 30 minutes. And then that was it, interview over. So we
Maybe
couldn't
you
put it
just-
out.
At least they were there, though. At least they
And
were
then
there.
they wouldn't,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't sign my vinyl.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
I had
what?
this. I've got like a Wu-Tang tattoo. Like,
I
I'm a
know,
big
man. Like, you're
Wu-Tang
like the
fan.
biggest
And,
Wu-Tang fan, isn't it?
Did
Yeah,
they
they
stamp
wouldn't sign my
your
vinyl.
Wu-Tang card? Do you have a card? where you stamp
They wouldn't
all
even
the
stamp my
members?
Wu-Tang card.
Yeah, you get all of them, you get a free Capadonna. At least they were there, though. Did you see RZA do that beat battle with DJ Preem on last week?
Oh, yeah,
Saw a little bit of that.
Nah.
Yeah, I
is it
saw
good?
that. I saw that.
Great on it.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was so good.
Damo,
I
have you
think RZA
seen?
took it, though.
Right, I know the other two of you will have seen this. Damo, have you heard of Quarantine Radio?
Quarantine radio?
Yeah, Tory Lanez.
Nah.
Have you two must have seen this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it, but I've not really bothered with it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, basically, Tory Lanez, a rapper on Instagram, is like going live a lot and paying women to pour milk on themselves. Basically, it's
Demon time, mate.
What?
yeah, like that's what
I
album
like-
promo is now.
Like
Apparently,
dairy or non-dairy? Or
Full
or
proper milk. Wow.
Cow's milk. So the vegans are going nuts.
Yeah. I think you can do it with oat milk. I think that's fine. I think they'd accept oat milk.
apparently there's another one.
It's like
I
a
can't remember
whole
what
card?
it's called. And the dude, he has to create a new Instagram account every day because he's just getting locked down. And apparently he made a girl get in like a dog cage and like lick water out of a bowl.
Oh,
or
I saw that. Yeah, man. There was that one guy. I saw that. No, I heard about that dude. He's like a YouTube rapper. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And,
And he's getting girls to like pop their pussy on camera and shit.
yeah.
What?
Yeah. He's getting girls to like show their booty holes, man. Some wild shit, man.
Yeah, man. People have gone crazy. People have like lost their fucking minds.
Yeah, I mean, because everyone's on their phone, isn't it? Everyone's just like fucking. No one's, there's no living life. I mean, everyone's just on their phone, and you have a reason to be on your phone. So people want to see buttholes and pussy popping and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason I'm on this, to be honest. I was expecting Damo to bust it open.
Guess who I've got in the back seat. Hit it, girls.
Get the milk, Damo. Get the milk. You've just been shopping.
Don't say that, Damo, and then show child seats.
Oh yeah. No, she's just really small. It's a harness. It's a harness for that.
Have you been checking out the local Facebook groups? What's been going on in them?
No, I haven't, man.
People are losing it around here.
Yeah.
Like, apart from like which Chinese is delivering, which someone asks every day, there's loads of people getting grassed up. Like, oh, have you seen this street here? There's someone who's out setting fireworks up, like just people grassing everyone. It's amazing.
Mate, it's never been a better time for snitches, has it? Like,
oh, mate, because no one can give stitches.
yeah, the ecosystem is broken.
Yeah, that's right. No one can give stitches because you can't get within 2 meters.
You can't give stitches.
You got to stab someone with a spear.
Yeah. It's
Mate,
free reign.
Big time for the halberd.
All the battle recreationists. It's my time now.
Yeah, coming out with a pike.
It's kicking off near me because because there's like some shit hotels near me, like low-key 2-star jobs, because they need to make money during lock-off. The council must be paying them to house homeless people, and they're just not. They're not staying in. They're not used to it, are they?
Well, they're free-range people, innit? Like they're used
just
to being.
out.
Yeah.
But the local facey groups, man, are losing it. Like, but like really nasty. Look at these people, like, ow.
Yeah, nasty
like,
stuff.
It's horrible.
Yeah, like.
He doesn't care if they're inside their house anyway. Just watch another episode. Close the curtain.
Yeah, well, they're not flattening the curve, Damo. Someone else could get it.
Yeah, like.
Did you see all the protests up in America?
Yeah, that's the next wave of craziness coming, isn't it?
Crazy with them protest people with their guns out and shit.
Did you see the one that they had like a mask, a face mask, in like the little circle with the line, you know, like the no smoking circle. But instead of like a cigarette, it was a face mask, and it said, "My body, my choice."
Yeah. And
Like-
and whilst there's anti-abortion protesters there.
Yeah, they're flipping it.
I like how the anti-abortion people have jumped out as well. Like, this ain't your ride. What's this got to do with Corona, bruv?
Yeah, can
Yeah,
we
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on to these things for a while? Like, I don't want to hear shit about, like, free speech issues right now. I don't want to hear about fucking abortion. Like, I don't want to hear anything else. Like, it's Corona time. Let's sort this shit and let's go outside again.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's...
It's funny in America, like how the gun sales went up. You know,
Yeah.
Anything
And
makes
they
gun
got-
sales go up there.
that's true.
It's
But like,
Cinco
Cinco de
World, though,
Mayo.
isn't it?
Gun sales go up.
Because people were planning for the apocalypse, innit?
Yeah, yeah,
and you don't
yeah.
want to be that guy in the apocalypse without a gun.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd like to know. I know there's probably you can't find this anywhere, but I'd like to know like sword sales over here.
yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like, you can buy swords, and I know people.
Laura Lex has got one. She showed it on here. Like, we do. Occasionally, I ask people if they've got any weapons around them in the room they're in. Like, if you
right.
guys do, like, hold them up. But like, she had a fucking sword. Like, Simon Lomas, like, a pepper's not gonna cut it, mate. I don't think. Like, you just got these, man, innit?
Is it
You
a
not
hot
played
pepper?
fucking Mario, where you that's why you throw Mario 2. You throw radishes at people.
But yeah, like, so Laura
That's
Lex
how I
has got
know-
a sword. Like, I still reckon I could take her.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing. I got a stiff broom, like a yard brush.
I got a crowbar. That does me nicely.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. An
Love a
incredibly
good-
Aussie
love a good
response
Love
there.
a good crowbar.
I've got an axe. I've got an axe in the shed.
Right there.
Well, I
That's
don't
not
think
bad.
people aren't going to wait during the purge, are they?
Yeah, I'm not going to wait for you to get to the shed. One
Let me-
second.
1 second, let me pop to my shed real quick.
Let me nip to the shed, man.
Can we
You're
put
fucked.
a pin in this?
They're waiting. I'm like, where's my sliders? Hold on. I'm not getting my feet wet. Like, wait there.
Yeah.
Not getting my feet wet. Don't want to
You
get my
wait.
socks wet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Relax, everyone. Just have to put more petrol in his chainsaw. For it's really
Mate.
hard to undo the knot.
Never
Vring,
been
ding, ding,
cheaper,
ding,
though.
ding. 1 second. Vring, ding, ding, ding. In a minute, I promise. Vring, ding, ding.
But that's the cheapest murder with a chainsaw that you're going to have for years, man. Because
Yeah.
the petrol's £1.8 a litre now.
Oof, mate, it feels like fucking 2003 out there when you drive past those
Is that
pubs.
expensive? I don't drive. Is
No,
that
it's cheap,
expensive?
man. Super
No,
cheap.
is that
Cheap.
cheap?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it's still expensive compared to
Yeah.
comparatively around the world, but
When I started comedy,
here-
it was £1 a litre when I started comedy.
yeah,
Fuck,
because
man.
but when you told people you started comedy, it was £1.36.
There was a long dormant period, Daddy. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
count.
yeah.
Right.
I love that when people go, "Oh yeah, I quit for 2 years." You're like, "No, you just couldn't get a gig."
Yeah, I was just,
Yeah,
mate,
yeah.
I was just, mate, when I was like 18, 19, I was really shit and I couldn't get any gigs in London. So I did like 10. Unfortunately, some of them are on YouTube. Thanks, Steve Bennett. So, like, yeah.
No one's ever said that and meant it.
Yeah, I tell everyone. Yeah, I still hold by. I've been going comedy 2 years.
Jamali, I was in that student
Don't update your
competition that
phone.
you won. I was in that one that you won.
Oh, was you?
Yeah. I didn't get through my heat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't worry, man. It's all good.
I got to
You're
the
here- you're here
final.
now.
Yeah, I'm doing all right now. Well, I
You get
was.
to the final, Mac.
Yeah, I got beat
Who
by some guy that's never done a gig since. I think.
Wow. I don't know if
It
that
was
shows.
me,
Wow.
Ramsey was in the final, and the Simon Bird from the In-Betweeners.
Oh, he was sick though.
Yeah, didn't he win?
No,
Oh, I think he might have won another year then. I think he won it.
no,
No, he never
this
won.
was-
He always got
no, he never won.
disqualified. He always
Alright.
got
Yeah.
disqualified.
Every year. Drug testing.
Yeah.
Too good.
No, he got disqualified because they would say to him, like on the video, something like they'll say to him, "Don't talk about Revel's chocolate." So he'll do 5 minutes about Revel's chocolate.
Yeah, they couldn't like dissing the sponsors and
Rebels!
shit.
That's
No,
some comedian
rebels.
shit, though. I respect that.
Yeah, of course. No, it was fun. Like I mean,
Yeah.
I've watched the videos. Like it's some funny stand up. Like obviously, it's it's like one of them dudes. You go, oh, if you would have carried on, you would have been a beast.
Yeah.
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 And the guy that won, he just did a monologue, like literally, like pretty much read it. He
Damn,
learned
you're
it.
still bitter.
No, he's not
No,
having this,
no.
innit?
No.
You're
And
still
it was
bitter,
shit.
bro.
He rehearsed it.
It wasn't. It was dead good. But the point I'm making is like you can see how he didn't really gig after because it was like He'd give it all to that, and he wasn't like he looked like Lomas. He was
Right.
like a geeky dude that just did a monologue, and then
He was a writer. You understand?
Yeah. By the looks of it, I don't know, but I've not seen him since.
Yeah.
I think his
Well,
name's
good for
like,
him. Good for him. He's probably fine right now. He's probably still working from home in his cushy office job while we all
His name's
fucking
like
scramble
Peter-
around doing stand up into our
Peter
fucking
Kay
cameras.
or something. What's he doing? No, I can't remember his name. I think it was like Jake or Jack. He was good though on the night. He deserved to win.
I was in a competition when I was 18 with Jack Whitehall, and he was a deadpan guy with a Cockney accent.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did.
Finding your voice, isn't it?
Yeah, he found his own voice eventually. Yeah, it was
I
really
don't
weird. When I
remember
saw
that,
him when I saw him on telly, I was like, what? Like genuinely, it blew my mind because I'd met him.
I did open spots with him.
He's really nice. I
and
liked him.
You could just see straight away that he was just going to be massive. He was quality. Like I did rawhide with him when it was.
Oh, he won the competition, like
in the
What's
post
the
office in
rawhide?
Liverpool. It was like a gig in Liverpool, and like it was a lovely little gig in the like post office building or something. And he did a 10 there with me, and he was just like proper good. And you could just see straight away that it's like, this guy's gonna be.
Sometimes you just see people, fuck.
This guy's gonna be mates with The Rock.
What a weird thing we do that is the ultimate career progression, isn't it?
To be mates with The Rock.
Yeah, you've made it if you're mates with. If you've got The Rock's number, you've made it. I think.
Yeah, if you can literally smell what The Rock is cooking, because he's invited you around for a barbecue, then you've absolutely made it there. Hey, that'll go on the compilation, won't it?
Mate, someone's just made the social clip.
That's a good line, bro.
That is good.
It was, you know what? It was there for the taking, and no one took it.
Yeah, I like. I was grasping around. I had nothing. I was
fucking around trying to think of a rock pun, but
that is straight in.
That was solid. I can't hate it.
Sometimes Daniel won. Yeah.
It's
It's not quite the same effect, Damo.
that real northern proper jokes and that. None of that fam damsel London shit.
Yeah. None of your fucking
jokes.
thoughts and your feelings. Fuck off.
None of that, bro. Proper jokes right there,
man.
bro.
No fucking otters here.
No cardigans, bro.
I don't want to hear about your game of Boggle.
No patches here, fam.
Yeah, that's the people's elbow.
See what you did.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Still on the rock.
I bought one of these red lettuces.
Yeah.
They're like, what are they called? Like radocchio or something. And I just had a piece now, and it's horrible.
You're quite a picky eater, though, aren't you, man? I wonder.
Yeah, I like salad though. I like veg and shit. There's not a lot of veg and salad I don't eat, but this is strong, man.
Yeah. Yo, Dan, your house is nice, bro. I'm just seeing like
sick,
bay windows and shit.
I know,
bro.
man.
Under the
Where
stairs.
did you make money?
Mate, man's been grafting, innit?
Yeah.
All right, bro. I didn't even know.
That is a killer on the circuit, man.
Right, you know, bro. Man's like, damn.
There's money in the north, man. There's money in the comedy circuit.
I know Danny's a killer. I know Danny works, but I was like, damn, I didn't know Danny works.
Yeah. See, for me, man, I mooch. What? That's what I do. Nice, man.
Oh, the canal.
That's really nice, man.
I can't.
It's nice.
Damn.
It's nice having that next to your house, man. That's sick.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Man can fish in that in the apocalypse, bro. That's serious, bro.
Got my little
perch. Eat some perch on the perch. Oh yeah, shit.
Fishing rod.
Fishing
there,
rod.
Jamali.
So where you living?
I live in not far from where you stay, just the other end. Of
Okay.
Do you know where we went for Sunday dinner?
Yeah.
Like the other side of there, just round the corner.
Near the Indian place.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's all right, man. Got glass in my stairs.
Yeah, I can see.
It's a good look, that, man.
There's not a lot of natural light in the kitchen. That's why. It's a terrace.
There's some grand design looking stuff, man. Like
I didn't do it.
How are you finding it with the family, Damo?
Oh, it's ace. I mean, you can't do anything for yourself, but I mean, if you're and your dad, you don't do that anything for yourself anyway. Like, so it's just good family time. It's like quantity family time. You sit down, you play Hot Wheels with your kid for 8 hours and enjoy it every day. And once you settle into that, and like every now and then I have a thought going, oh, I'd love to do that while I've got time. And then you start doing something like this. Since we moved back, this bathroom door, I've sanded it. It just needs to be painted. So yesterday I tried to paint it. Then he comes in and just I'm like, oh. So then I go, right, I'll do it when he goes asleep, and then by the time he falls asleep, I'm wrecked, and then I'll fall asleep. So then, yeah, that's it.
Thing is, Damo, knowing you like I know you, I can imagine like your kid just wanting 5 minutes to himself, and you're like, come on, let's play Hot Wheels.
Yeah. It's like, Dad, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm loving it because it's just all toys, and even if you want to do something, the excuse is, mate, it's just you and your 3-year-old today, today and every day, and that's how it should be, really. So this is my paternity leave. I'm taking it as, late paternity leave. Yeah. But they're like 3-year-olds. It must be the worst age or the hardest age of kid to be in lockdown with, because they're just like they don't get it.
Yeah, you can't reason with them.
Yeah, it's like the crazy one on a stag do all the time.
Yeah.
He's always wanting to boob, and he's always, mental trash and shit. And then he won't remember any of it the next day. He'll just carry on like nothing happened.
Yeah, I guess as well, he has enough self-awareness to know he wants to go outside, but then doesn't have enough reason to be like why he can't go outside, isn't it?
Yeah, and he wants to touch everything. But then on the flip side,
yeah, that's hard, man. You can't stop that. Yeah, like how do you explain social distance into it?
Yeah, 2 minutes. You're like, put that chewing gum back where you found it. back in that guy's mouth over there. Sorry.
Yeah.
But like on that, like even if, because it's we're quite lucky because like that I can use as a positive. I'll look back and go, man, I had just months of just playing with my kid, and so for that it's great.
That's it, man.
Creatively, I can write, I can work later. I'll just have to really, because the first week I was frustrated by going, well, I need to do this now. I can do this. I have to. And then week 2, I started to be like, oh, no, man, like I have it all focused on my missus and the kid. And now I'm just settled into, let's just family it up. And
you're never going to get this again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's retirement.
Yeah.
And it is like being retired. It's good. You hear old people go, I've never been so busy.
Yeah.
Because we're going to paint some Hot Wheels cars, then we're going to do some Hot Wheels cars down ramps, and then we're going to throw Hot Wheels cars into a bucket of water. And it's great. It's great fun. It's almost, I don't have time, to meditate or anything because you got to sit there quietly, but it's sort of meditative in a way of just doing really simple tasks. We got some pot plants, and I was like, we were out playing around near the pot plants, putting cars into that, and I started like digging in the dirt in the pot plant, and I thought, that's what these things are for. Like, have you ever just done? I mean, you did it like when you were cleaning out by the canal, Danny. Was that just like, mate, I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a human?
Yeah.
I used to be a gardener. I used to be a gardener for a job for a bit, and like up in the Yorkshire Dales, and like I've never felt more of a man like for the like 8 months where I did that. Like I was moving things, and like I'd move tons of gravel up a hill. That'd be my day. And like, it's the best shape I've ever been in. And like, it was knackering, but like just being up in the Dales, just with it pissing down on the, I don't know, there's something to that. Like, it's not
Feels
for me,
good, man.
but like, not for me long term. I did it, I'm over it. But
do you know when you do like 20 minutes and you drive back and you're like, oh, I'm knackered, I've been working really hard, and then you're like, nah.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. You can always tell who's never had a fucking proper job. Who complains?
I've never had a proper job. I've never had a job interview or nothing.
Have you not? That's mad, man.
Really?
I've got
no job interview?
Never, because I had like part-time jobs, but it was always people who I was mates with.
Right.
It's just sorting me out.
Yeah, never mean, but the only job I had was I was a paintball referee, and I sold double glazing on the phone.
You're a paintball referee.
Yeah, I was a paintball referee.
I don't think you were, Jamali. I think what you were is you were a paintball marshal. They don't call them referees, do they? Call them marshals.
Did you have a tabard?
Say again, that just cut off my whole thing.
They call them marshals, not referees in paintball.
Oh, yeah, I was a marshal.
Yeah,
bro, you gotta understand, I did 3 shifts and I quit.
Yeah. Why
like,
was it so bad?
I just never went back. I got
shot.
I got shot and like it went in my mask.
Oh, I've had that happen.
And it was, brutal. And you know what? I'll be honest with you, bro. It's like they paid you fuck all. So it was like for the whole day shift. I think you got like 40 quid. You had to get there for like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Spiky,
you had to check.
that.
Yeah. You had to change gas canisters and shit. It was fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah,
I
I got that bitch, man.
I did paintball once, got shot in the neck, and I was like, nah, bro.
It's not even, and all the guns are fucking bogus. Like they're all made to be shit. And it was just
they're
bad,
terrible. Like, yeah, they're really bad. But it is like there is fun to it. Like, it was like cocaine is the drug for paintballing, because you can't really feel anything, and it makes you very violent. So that's what I'd recommend.
Never done it, mate.
Yeah, you just sit around making up a business plan that you've thought of, and then you go at each other, and then you get out the guns, and then
Yeah, like right. So we'll open a cafe, but first we're gonna take this flag.
Why'd you get shot in the face? Why did you take your mask off? Well, I wanted to shout in this guy's ear. And I couldn't do it.
I just felt very
Couldn't do it with
confident.
my mask on.
yeah, but Jamali, like, how do you ref something like that? Because obviously you can see if paint's hit you, so you can go, well, yeah, you got hit there.
People wipe it off, or is it? But really, what you're there to do is to tell people to wear their mask.
Yeah.
That's your job. Is because people take off their mask, and you've got to tell people put back on your mask. That's your real job. Like if someone gets hit and they wipe it off and they carry on,
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, there's a couple of job works. But
He
not
cheated,
honouring the
actually.
rules.
I don't give a fuck. But it's just if you take, but even after a little while, if someone takes off their mask, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you lose your eye, it's your eye, innit?
Who gives a shit, man?
But that's the thing.
You
like-
became a jaded cop.
What's mad as well is Jamali got shot on his last day just as he was about to retire. Man.
He just agreed to do one last shift.
That's it, man. I was just saying shit like let the animals kill the animals.
I'm too cool for this shit.
Yeah, let the animals sort themselves out, man. That's the type of shit you say.
It's fucking geek on geek violence, isn't it?
Yeah, it is like the people who get really into paintballing, like they are the same people who do like LARP.
Well, it's like airsoft now, isn't it? That's a new one where they got replica guns and they shoot each other with BBs and that.
My cousin
looks
does
mad.
airsoft.
How do you know if someone's been shot? Like, is everyone just dead honest in airsoft?
I think it's honesty, yeah.
And I think
They
you
love-
know if
they
someone's
love
been
it.
shot with a BB, you're like, bah! There's no way to not react to that.
I think the difference is with airsoft is like everyone who does it are into it, so they like respect it. Whereas paintball, there's people
It's
doing it on
stag do.
stag do's and shit. Whereas airsoft, like you've got to want to do it.
Yeah, but
So
you know there's going to be one over-competitive uber nerd who's like, and like, he's like never admits they get shot.
People make hours YouTube video about it.
Yeah.
Like there's hours of if you type in right now airsoft cheater, there'll be a whole hour. People really go deep. Like I watched some videos about it, like on the YouTube hole, and there's like a guy just furious at someone, and they made a whole thing, and they put his tag down. They were like,
baited him out in front of everyone.
Got hundreds of thousands of views.
Wow,
that's a big thing, bro. People are really into that shit, man.
Yeah, like, but there's the same thing for anything now. Like on YouTube, there's like, there's always a really strong subculture about everything, and there's always a mad controversy that they're really angry about that no one else would ever give a massive, like, tiny shit about. It's fucking mad.
Like comedy.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah,
like our job.
Yeah, absolutely, massively.
What's live comedy?
Oh yeah, remember that? Laser Quest.
Oh, I used to love it.
Yeah.
I used Quasar, man. I used to love Quasar. I remember though, there was one time. Oh, who's this at this time? Jamali? Imagine yeah, and then there was a Quasar in Perth. We grew up in Fremantle, and there was me and my mate were in town, and the movie wasn't starting for another hour and a half. We were like, oh, let's go Quasar. And we went in there. We were about 16 or 17, so we were way too old to be in Quasar. And but you know when you're outside and it's bright, and you go inside really dark, and it takes a while for your eyes to adjust. So that the guy, he might have been the referee,
Marshall.
He's already starting to do this is the red team, there's a green team, there's your guns. Everyone was sitting, there's a U-shaped bench around the outside. Everything's black, obviously. Everything's going there. I couldn't see anything. I went in, I just sat down on the bench, right? This bumpy seat. It was just sitting there. And then my eyes are slowly adjusting, and everyone's looking at me. I'm starting to come to everyone's looking at me going, all right, okay, yeah, I'm a bit old to be here, but there was parents and mostly kids. There were some parents, and then I felt like a on my back. There was an 8-year-old kid I was sitting on. I didn't see him. I came in. It was too dark. I went in, just sat on a kid's lap.
What was cool though is that he couldn't get shot because you were covering his back.
Yeah. I was like, boo, boo, boo. But no one else knew that I couldn't see. They just thought I just walked in and went, I'm sitting on this kid. And just sat on this kid.
Before
Just
we
pick
get
the biggest one
started,
out.
yeah, I'm just
Like
like,
what you do with
setting a
fight.
precedent, like you'd
Yeah.
walked into the prison yard.
Get the 2-footer in early.
Yeah, first
I
one's
tell
free.
Yeah.
Never
I
get booked
tell
for the
you,
first one.
If you've ever been in a black maze, black light, and everyone in there thinks you're a paedophile and has laser guns, I don't recommend it anyway. It wasn't. Everyone was just, there's the pedo! And even people on my team were shooting at me, man. Yeah, that was a horrible.
Did those
that was a
register?
horrible experience.
Doesn't sound good. I tell you what does sound good though. Freeman Land. Like it sounds like the best theme park ever. Just Morgan. Just there narrating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. Those jobs that you're saying, like this, it's a very young person job, like
Yeah.
being a ref or being paid so shit.
It's
'Cause I
axe,
remember there
axe
was a
throwers now.
Oh yeah, that's the new one.
yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
Mm, I went
What
axe
throwing
throwing.
axes?
I went
Yeah.
I went axe
Oh, yeah,
throwing.
the-
It's
the-
dog
the-
shit.
Was it shit?
Yeah, it's really boring, man. Once you've thrown an axe like 5 times, it's like cool.
Yeah, the
You know,
novelty's gone off it.
Once you like you learn to throw it so it sticks in the board a bit, and then like who cares? And they do like this competition, and they're really peppy, and like they're like, oh guys, you can join the league and come back. And it's like no one's doing this fucking twice.
Yeah.
Like we
yeah.
did this because it's my
The
mate Stag
league.
do, and he's unimaginative.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Stinks of wood in here, mate. I'm going.
yeah, and like there's like all the people who love it work there. Everyone else couldn't give a fuck. It's like.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's shit. It's shit. Like they're not gonna they're not surviving this. Like they are not gonna reopen after this.
Do you not
Word.
think? Can you? You're not dying to throw an axe right now.
Maybe it'll be a boom time. Yeah,
They'll just want to be. People just want to be in packed places throwing axes after this, probably.
I
Just
suppose
non-stop.
like the boards are 2 meters apart. You'd be fine with axe throwing. Actually, quite a good activity.
Bro, if they were to close down, that's the real tragedy of this whole coronavirus. Isn't
this
it?
virus,
Yeah.
this virus doesn't care who it hurts, man.
the real damage has been done.
Yeah. And that's how we should vote instead of a ballot box. There's just and you just throw an axe, and it's all chance. Whatever. If you really want to vote for a certain candidate, you have to get just good at throwing an axe. Otherwise, it could be anyone.
Yeah,
It'd be a
like-
rigged game though, because the ones it'll only be the ones that are good at axe throwing at whatever party. So people will be like fucking bringing policies out like free beard oil. Just trying to get the axe throwers on like oh we'll get them on side. Free hats with every
Sleeve
lumberjack.
a tax
Yeah.
rebate on fucking white guy dreadlocks.
yeah. Mate, in a different life, Rob, you've had dreadlocks.
Yeah, like I have like thankfully I've had a lot of regrettable fashion phases. Don't get me wrong. Like my look has changed frequently through my life, and not always for the better. But like thankfully, white guy dreadlocks was never one. Like
It's
I was
only a
always...
lack of patience that
Do you think
brought that about.
is the baseball cap a phase now, or are you baseball cap for life now?
I don't know, man. I like them, and it means I don't have to like worry about just doing my hair or anything.
Fair enough,
Like
fair
during
enough.
this, I've been wearing them less frequently, like because like
Obvious
because I'm
reasons,
in my
yeah.
fucking house. But
'Cause that's a part of your look now is the hat.
yeah, I guess yeah. Like people have been surprised to see me without it, which is weird because I didn't wear them until about I don't know 3 years ago or something.
So I was
Yeah.
always wearing them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
all,
OG,
in
innit?
fact, all
Bro.
4 of us always wear hats. on
Bro, I
stage.
remember when I remember one time me and Danny did a gig together at Manchester Store. And Danny Danny came in and we were dressed exactly the same. Same brand. We had the same brand jumper. And Danny was like, I think he goes, I thought this would happen, and he bought backup clothes. Danny had extra clothes. He was like, I knew me and you were gonna dress the same.
That's
The
so
same
funny, man.
brand of jumper, same color jeans and trainers, and we're like, bro, we're dressed exactly the same.
I was at a festival with you, Jamali, once where you got your hat stolen.
By who?
Do you not remember? Like someone in the crowd nicked your
No.
hat at Beat Herder. Like,
did I take off in the crowd or something?
yeah, something like that. Or you swapped hat with someone in the audience for like their straw hat or something, and they fucked off with your hat. You were fuming, man.
I think I remember. I found it though.
Yeah, I think you got it back in. You weren't chasing though, man. You weren't looking for that
yeah.
shit. You weren't
Yeah,
letting it go.
No, because I remember they gave me some shit wicker hat.
Yeah.
I had some shit. I don't know why I traded that.
Yeah.
That's how you know a gig's going bad.
Oh, mate, that gig was rough. That gig was rough. Like,
It's not a fucking Eric Cantona shiny for a Gavin Peacock, mate. and then shouted no swaps backsies.
Yeah.
He gave up his Charizard for a fucking Leafly.
I remember they had like a fucking a balcony area, and there was this woman just high on ecstasy with her kid, just screaming at me.
Is that
fucking
mate?
rough gig.
It's a really weird festival, man. Like, I was tripping on acid there once, and a random child just came up to me with no parents or anything. So suddenly I'm on acid with an 8-year-old who I don't know. Eventually his grandma came to pick him up, and she was off her tits. That place is not a place that kids should be. It's only been in the last couple of years people have started doing that, and it fucks me off.
Yeah, people bring their kids to festivals, isn't it? I don't know. I think there's some you can do.
Depends on the festival.
You shouldn't take kid Glasgow.
Yeah, but you can't take them to Beat Herder, which is a
maybe
3-day rave.
I don't know. I say that, but when I have a kid and I still want to go out, I'll probably take them Beat Herder.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are like, they're not like, oh, I can't wait to have a kid so I can take it to a festival. It's more like, oh, fuck, I've got this now and I want to go to this festival.
Who has a kid? Do you have a kid, Rob?
Nah, man.
You got a kid, Danny?
Yeah.
You got a kid?
Mm.
How's your kid?
All right. 2, nearly.
Oh, a boy or girl?
Boy.
Oh, I know Danny. I met Damo's kid.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Just chilling out. How's that, Danny? Nearly 2. Is it hardcore?
Yeah. I mean, I don't do a lot.
Oh yeah, that's the best thing to do. Where are they now? How come?
Manchester.
Ah, yeah, brilliant.
Out the way.
Yeah, that's the best place for them.
But yeah,
Mulgrew.
Yeah, around the corner from Mulgrew. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Good one, man. Oh man, I was talking about hats. Just I was at did a gig last year, and while I was on stage,
Same.
But someone
feels like
someone set my hat on fire.
What?
And
were you wearing it?
Yeah, well, not when he set on fire, because I went on stage and I was on last, and this guy was filming. This guy was filming everyone, and everyone had told him to shut up. The MC had repeatedly told him to stop filming. And then while I was on, sure enough, he came up and I said, I did about 5 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, is that it again? Turn it off. He goes, nah. I go, turn it off. He goes, nah. He just kept filming it. So I go, right. So I tried to get it off him. He didn't. We fought over it. And then he took my hat. And then I got his phone, took my hat. And I was like, cool. I go, here's your phone. We'll do a swap back at the end of the gig. Cool. And like, it was just sitting on the stool. But he couldn't wait, and so I just kept going. What a mental guy, blah, blah. And then just see smoke, and people around him start going, what the fuck? And then flames. So the whole thing was going up. Security came in, they dragged him out. I got my hat back, and then he was with his fiance, so she was yelling at me, and then they were obviously in cahoots, so they all left. And then I put my hat back on, all smoke was coming off it, big hole there. And just finished the gig talking about that. It was brilliant.
Shit,
Where was that?
And did you keep the phone?
No,
I was trying to, but he's like, all right, he was screaming, give my phone back.
Nah, I'd have fucking done so.
You should smash it or
something.
Well, I did break the case.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Mate,
inconvenience him.
It wasn't your Sonic hat, was it?
No, thank God. it was in the wash that day.
Like,
did
he have like fuel or something? Like, how did he set it on fire? Like, this wouldn't happen in the EU. We've got fire retardants laws. Like,
he was like, this is upside down, and it was just held a lighter to it until it went up.
Fuck, man.
Fuck.
And I heard the people's reaction before I saw the flames.
Yeah.
And then,
good it wasn't the Sonic one. That's your hat, bro. That's your
man.
That's your favorite hat. Yeah.
If you burnt Sonic, I'd be in jail now for kicking.
Mate, I'd have been fuming. I'd have gone on his Google and just Googled child porn or something, so it went back on him.
That's how easy it is to find.
Or just type
it in.
Yeah, just type it in. Like, leave it.
That's why it's everywhere, because it's too easy to find. They should make it more hard to find. And they wouldn't have so many nonsense.
That'd be great. I should have done that. The hard part is going back into regular material after that. So Tesco self-service.
Yeah, you can't. It's kind of ruined the gig after that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's done, man.
Yeah, like that is very much over. That's what you're talking about now. Like,
Remember
Yeah.
gigs?
oh man, I remember him. Like,
Remember them?
I like. I'm worried that I'm gonna like ruin my jumps back by just jumping on anywhere as soon as I'm allowed. Like, I think like I'm just gonna end up doing like an open mic as my first.
You
Like,
might
as soon
have
as
to,
there's a
though, 'cause
stage,
you're
yeah.
gonna be shit.
Yeah, totally.
No, we're all gonna be
Yeah,
shit.
we're
We
gonna
are,
be
though,
terrible, man.
Yeah.
The longest I've had off ever from stand up is like 6-7 days since I started, and like even at the end of that,
Big
you
dog
feel
there.
like rusty getting started. Like,
Yeah, and this is also picking. Like, I don't want to do 10 minutes about Corona, but at the same time, it's hard for me to go back into.
and just
Oh,
like,
so so I've got a girlfriend now. And it's like this whole
Yeah.
thing's just happened, and I'm just kind of
I think-
veering back into.
I think I'm going to
you know.
go for the old hack technique of like flimsy segues. And I was like, so I was locked down with my girlfriend. It's hard being with someone that long and then just
Yeah,
do
that works,
relationship
that
shit,
works,
you
that
know,
works,
like,
yeah,
you know,
that
just
works, that
fucking
works.
like, just like acknowledge it and move the fuck on is what I'm going to try
ham
and
and
do. I
cheese it.
think.
Ham and cheese.
That's the
it,
best
yeah.
way. Because you can't not mention it. Because if you go, yeah, I was on holiday and
Yeah.
they'll be thinking,
Yeah.
where, what
Yeah.
time? Did you have Glasgow?
Yeah.
How'd you
Yeah.
get home?
The other day is
Yeah.
going to take a beating as a phrase in stand-up, innit?
I was
Which
on my
day?
way. No, you weren't.
Yeah,
Upstairs.
yeah, it's fucking 6 months minimum since we've been allowed to do that. Like,
Yeah, every
that's
every
gonna get
joke will start
exposed.
with
It's funny.
in 1995 or in
Yeah.
2019. Yeah.
I'd love that law to be instituted that you have to say when the story happened. Like, it has to be accurate. Like, you know, you got to
You
say
have to reference it like uni.
8 years ago when I first started doing stand-up.
What? Lying. Why are you
What?
lying?
No, that was not me. Like, you know, there's video evidence of me doing gigs, mate, when I was like,
messing.
14 years ago or some shit, man. I think now.
14 years.
Hey, I think so.
Fuck. Me
Yeah.
at 2 years, I could never imagine doing 14 years.
No, I haven't done 14 years though. Like, there was about 6 years where I didn't do any gigs. Like,
Well,
you know, so I don't think they count as years on the road.
You
Like,
just
Yeah.
said like the longest since you started is 7 days not doing comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
6-7
count that
days.
as starting.
Thank
Oh,
you, Daddy.
you're a bad guy, you.
Just on that note, we are raising donations for the Trussell Trust, so donate the
Trussell
link below.
Trust.
Yeah,
What's the Trussell Trust?
it's a food bank charity, man.
Oh, a food. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So the link's
Does that-
below. Give us some money
Does
Does that
if
come
you
out of
can.
our- Does that
Yeah.
come out of our
What
fee?
charity?
Yeah.
What charity wouldn't have been cool, Jamali? We're like, no, fuck this.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are. The
I don't know.
fucking donkey
How-
sanctuary or something.
Yeah.
How's nonsense near schools charity? I would say no. But,
Just raising
You know,
money for a
that's-
kids' football team to go on a trip.
Oh,
I fucking hate that.
No, no, no,
I've
no,
had that where
I
it's,
just-
it's a
I
charity
just,
gig. Oh fuck! I've done those gigs where it's been like I've turned up and like I haven't checked properly, and they'll be like, "What's the charity again?" It's like, "Oh, it's a football team wants to go to fucking Belgium."
Oh, bro, I remember one time, I was doing a gig and it was me, Tom Lucy, and a couple other guys. And we get to the gig and I thought it was a normal gig. And the guy says to us, he goes, oh, so, do your set, whatever. And he goes, just do us a favor, don't mention suicide. And we're like, what? Why can't we talk about suicide? Then he tells us a charity gig for a young couple who killed himself. And before the gig starts, they want the mum to go on stage with a photo of him on stage and give give a eulogy.
No.
And I remember Tom Lucius being like, yeah, I don't think that's the best idea, really.
Mate,
Yeah, I remember
the-
that.
the
Like,
way-
sometimes have the charity gigs, yeah.
I followed the guy once at a charity gig in Manchester who gave a speech for a charity. It wasn't Help for Heroes, but it was the same thing. It was for like wounded servicemen. And he gave a whole speech about, it went on a really weird tangent where he started going on about how soldiers kept claiming they got cancer because of sun exposure in the desert. And he was just like, they could have got it anywhere. It's not necessarily our problem and all this. And went on this weird rant about people pretending to have cancer and then introduced me. And,
What? Was he a comic?
No. He was just a guy from the charity, and just kept
Oh.
talking about how many soldiers die from cancer over and over again. And then
What's this got to do with animal charity, sir?
I just want these
Well,
llamas to have a home.
Yeah, right. What's this got to do with this, sir?
Were they service dogs? Oh man, I did this one charity for it was a girl who was I think she was about 21 and she had no kidneys, so they were raising money for like a dialysis machine. Is that what they
Shit.
call it? No, Yeah, is that what it's
dialysis,
called?
I think.
Yeah,
so,
I think it is.
So,
yeah.
yeah. So, but it was a great gig up until there's about 400 people there. Up until at the very end, her name was Sarah, but I can't remember her last name. But I called her Sarah Marshall because that movie had just come out with Russell Brand, and that name was in my head. So I said, "Thanks so much for coming out, and all the best, Sarah Marshall," something like that. And everyone just went, "Oh, that's not her name." And then I had this queue of angry aunties coming up, grabbing my arm. Her name's not Sarah Marshall.
What the
And I was
fuck?
like, "Oh, sorry.
Mate, I just
was
thought
like,
she had no
"That's
kids and bad knees, man.
Do some fucking squats, love. You'll be fine.
And then the worst part was she came up, Sarah herself came up to me afterwards going, "Oh, great gig." I was like, "Oh, thanks. Sorry, I got your name wrong." And then she's like, "I don't care about that. Who cares?" I go, "Let me get you a drink." She goes, "No, I'm cool." I go, "Let me get a drink." She goes, "No." She goes, "All right, Bulmers." So I got her a pint of Bulmers. So we're drinking. We had a pint. We're about half down, and someone goes, "Where'd you get that from?" To her, one of the aunties. She goes, "Oh, he got it from." She goes, "She can't drink. She's got no kidneys." And they were going, "The comedian's trying to kill Sarah."
After you've just given your time to charity, they think now you want to kill the chick.
They're now trying to kill her. So then they all queued up again to give me a piece of.
Yeah, but if they cared so much, why didn't one of them give her a kidney?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Put your money where your fucking mouth is.
Yeah, man, give her a fucking kidney, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're related.
to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking whiny cunt.
Yeah, but like Auntie wants a fucking drink. That's the thing, innit? She's having a fucking Bulmers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Were you on?
Saving her life? Just.
Yeah, but you can have a beer with no kidneys. Liver is what fucks the
I don't know. I think kidneys are involved.
You think so? No,
I've woken up with kidneys that hurt after nights out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's because booze makes you
The
piss
piss?
more, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
got to be affecting something around there. I just don't think booze is generally good for you, is it?
No.
Probably not.
Have you guys been drinking a lot since you've been locked down?
No, one drink, man.
I've been drinking more than I've ever drank, and what I mean by that is like I've occasionally had like one bottle of beer because I don't
Yeah, you're
drink
not a big
all
drinker,
of it.
are you?
No. But like when I did all that gardening the other week, I was like, "Fucking, I'm gonna have a real beer, mate." And
Did you wipe your brow as you took a sip as well?
Yeah, man. I felt like I just tarred the roof in Shawshank. That's how it felt. A couple of bottles of Suds.
I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that reference. That was a really good reference right there.
Yeah, that's bang on.
My man,
you know what, guys? I think that's probably like a good button to wrap it up on. Pretty much, like we've done over an hour. It's been great chatting to you all.
All
Before
right,
before we go, we'll go around and just tell people where they can find you. Plug anything you want. Go in turn. Danny, tell them about yourself, man. Where they can find you.
I'm just online on Twitter and Instagram. Danny MC Comedy, I think. I don't.
Your handle's on the screen,
honest,
mate. They can see it.
Yeah, there. I've been a bit low key, to be honest. I'm not putting much out, but come and say hello. I like to talk to people. That'd be cool. But if you like trying to find like videos of me doing comedy and that, don't bother. Just come and chat to me. I'm nice. We'll talk about something else.
There we go. There's a lovely invitation. Do you want to give out your phone number? Will Duggan
People
did.
dying, innit? What, like Mike Jones? Back in the day? 281-330-8004.
Yeah.
Mike Jones!
Yeah, like Will Duggan did essentially the same thing. He didn't make the same reference, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, because Will Duggan didn't work in Foot Locker in 2005. That's why. that was on repeat on the videos. The old Mike Jones.
I bet you fucking loved working in Foot Locker. That's a great job for you,
Got
man.
the sack.
Yeah, what for?
Writing in the shoes.
What were you
In
writing?
the shoes.
Yeah, it's not even a joke. It sounds like bants, but I used to take the insoles out and I used to write "I'm watching you" and put them back in. But honestly, I don't know why, because the joke's probably never ever come to fruition. But I just love the idea that one day someone saw it and like was scared.
That's funny.
That's brilliant.
That's amazing. Well, that's yeah,
Love
fair enough. That's worth it losing a job over. So there you go. Like, got to chat to Danny. Don't offer him a job. Davo, tell him about yourself, mate.
Oh yeah, I'm on the old interweb.
Davo's got ad libs. It's like West Side Gun.
Calcium.
Hey, yo!
We need milk. Milk.
Yeah, all my tweets just say, "Oh yeah." That's all. What do you have to
Get
say
some
about that?
t-shirts
yeah,
made.
Nah, yeah, nah. At Damian Clark on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I do videos most weeks, I'd say. And my our specials on YouTube now, so you can check that out. The one where my phone was nicked and I was getting all
I saw
the
that
new...
show at Edinburgh.
Yeah, the dick pics show.
It's brilliant. Like, really, really good show. It really made me laugh a lot. So that's on YouTube now.
Yeah, YouTube.
Oh, awesome, man. I'll watch that again.
Oh, cheers! It's been up for a couple of weeks. So I thought it would have got taken down because of the erectiles. That was, but they're not my willies, by the way. It's I'm getting mysterious photos in my iCloud from my stolen.
I'm not watching
that.
them.
Pixelated. Yeah. People are like nudity. I'm there. Yeah. But if you squint, you can see through it. You can see through it.
Yeah, when I saw the show, it wasn't pixelated at all.
No, not for that. And his mum was in the audience. His mum came and saw the show, but before she knew what it was about.
Oh,
wow.
He hadn't even seen the show, the guy whose dick it was. But he told everyone he knew, he goes, "I'm being featured in this show in the Fringe."
Was his
So
name
his mum
Tom?
came. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, yeah.
I remember.
Tom's Prong, I remember the group.
Yeah, I
Tom
remember.
Prong.
I remember the group when it first happened. It was
Yeah.
like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, the big search happened. But the one that's online is he showed up for a few of them, and I gave him a Q&A at the end, and that's the one that's on YouTube.
Yeah,
now.
I
So
was
that's
one
cool.
of them. Yeah, it was cool, man.
So the links on my page is at Damian Clark.
Oh, cool. So go watch that show, definitely. Like,
Check it out,
mate.
man.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll chuck up a card at the end of this on this video, so people can click it and just go watch that video. There you go.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
like, there you
Cheers,
go.
man.
No worries at
Nice.
all. Jamali, tell them about yourself, mate.
Oh yeah, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Jamali Maddix. I'm also got a Twitch stream where you can watch me play video games and shit.
What are you playing?
Give me- I don't know, I've got Fire Pro Wrestling. I might play some old retro games. I might play some Call of Duty. I don't know yet. But yeah, man, I'm on Instagram or whatever. Just type in my name and you'll find something. But I ain't got nothing out.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing out. So yeah.
Yeah, nice one, man. But thanks for coming on earlier. Like, I'm doing a lot of these, so any of you, if you want to come back on, you'd be welcome. Absolutely, anytime.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
alright.
Appreciate
It's
it,
been a
brother.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Anyone who's watched this far, like, if you're still working and you've got like a source of income, chuck some money to the Trussell Trust. There's a link below.
Trust.
Like, yeah, so they're doing amazing things, and like people need it more than ever at the moment. So do that. Also, you can watch my special or Damo's. I'll put links to both of them. Take your pick, and I'll get to see statistically which is more popular. So,
What about which is better?
yeah, no, we don't get to see that, man. We don't get to see that. Maybe in the lights. Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, we know. Mate, I saw both shows. I preferred Damo's. No, mine's fucking funny. Fuck off.
Fire emojis, mate. How many?
Fire emojis, mate. Like eight fire emojis.
How many
out of
hundreds?
6. Oh, mate, hundreds all over the shop. You know
How many of them?
Several. I'll chuck a few of those on. Even a wow face. A couple of the eyes, mate, all over it. You're getting emojied up for that. So again, like, give some money to the Trussell Trust. Watch other things. We'll be back 420 tomorrow. Who have I got tomorrow? I can't fucking remember. It'll be good. I'll see you then. Enjoy 420. Thank you very much for coming on, everyone. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers, Rob.
I'll catch you again another time. Cheers. See you later. I got the theme tune.